Hey everybody, welcome back to Mead Monday on the Mead Masters Guild. I'm here with my good friend Mead Baby Courtney.
Hey everyone.
And today we are drinking Dande by Spirit Hills. Stay tuned. Alright, today we are drinking Dande Mead by Spirit Hills Winery from Millerville, Alberta. And a little bit about this mead, it is actually made from dandelions. It's actually made from the flowers. And they actually hand pick them all. And they actually pop them off by hand, break them up by hand, and then add them to their mead batch when they make it. So there is a lot of attention and care that does go into this mead.
It was an experimental dandelion patch that they had. And if you do buy their cookbook, it actually does go into a little bit more detail about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was like a kind of they had a dandelion patch at their farm, and they're like, hey, let's try something new. And I know talk with my grandparents and that, and like their parents and so on, especially coming out here to the prairies in the West, dandelion wine was kind of a big thing back in the day. So they basically took it
to the next level.
Took it to the next level with mead. But let's hop right into it.
So we did a couple cooking videos with this particular mead, and the reason for that is one of the ones that we are testing, it's more of a spirit, so it's meant for cocktails more so than cooking. So that would be why we have two Dande recipes, and you will be seeing them over the next little bit.
Yeah, we kind of double up too. Also, we wanted to get a kind of a chance to experiment with like a lot of the recipes that Spirit Hills has in their cookbook. So we do have that. Courtney did, like I said, we did the video. She did make this up to kind of go along with the mead, and so let's give it a try.
It's got a
very yellow.
It looks like apple juice to me.
It does. It's got that like really yellow like apple juice look, and I mean honey's got that very light gold color. This kind of adds a tinge of yellow to it. I'm definitely guessing from the
dandelions itself. Yeah. No, and it doesn't seem to stick on the side of the glass all that well.
Yeah, it runs pretty quick.
So not really stiff legs on that one, which means it might not be as sweet. Which for some people work. Oh, that's a nice...
But it smells sweet.
Yeah. It smells like it's almost going to be syrupy.
Yeah, almost.
Which is weird. Not quite sure.
Yeah, that one's kind of different. It almost kind of... I'd definitely say it probably goes to a semi-sweet. But...
I wasn't expecting it to be that sweet with how fast it ran down the glass.
Like, I've had bits of, dandelion salad in the past, and I always found it to be kind of like a bitter leaf. Kind of like raw kale or something like that.
There's not a lot of bitterness here at all.
I don't taste any bitterness at all. I find it to be actually sweet and very floral.
Not as floral as the rosy, because obviously roses are a bit more aromatic.
But definitely like very floral, very light.
It's a nice balance between the sweet and the floral, though. It doesn't feel like you're drinking perfume.
Yeah, no, it doesn't taste
not
like that.
You know, dandelions have much of a scent, but
that's something else too. Like, yeah, it's like you can picking flowers and stuff like that. They always have a very unique aroma. I never really noticed off of dandelion actually.
Nope.
Maybe next year I have to pick some and try that out.
Well,
no, but I like that. That's
it's really good. I was not. I've tried a dandelion type drink before, and I wasn't a fan of it. So this is actually a very pleasant surprise for me.
Yeah, no, this is. I like this. This is very good.
But I think we should try it with some of the food that we made with the Dande.
Absolutely. So why don't you tell us a little bit what you made here?
Well, this one that we're going to be trying first, it is a mushroom bruschetta, I believe it's pronounced correctly, on a little bit of a ricotta cheese spread on sourdough, drizzled with balsamic. It is really good. I'm wondering how it pairs. But obviously it's gonna, if it tastes good with the mead actually in it, I imagine it would taste good accompanied by the mead. But weirder things have happened. And we will also be trying these kind of roasted potatoes that were boiled in the Dande and then tossed and baked in the Dande. It was a weird process.
In the Dande.
In the Dande. That sounds a lot more gauche than I was expecting.
Yeah, but both of these recipes do come from Spirit Hills. They did do a cookbook, and we will be leaving a little link in the description below so you can check it out and get one for yourself. A lot of cool recipes in there. Like we did the cooking videos, they're phenomenal.
And there's recipes for everybody. There's sweet, there's savory, fish, chicken, beef, pork, desserts,
cupcakes.
Yes, the yeehaw cupcakes. I'm actually we may have to experiment with this.
Definitely.
But let us try our little.
Let us give her a go.
That's so good.
It is. The earthiness of the mushrooms, the creamy of the cheese, and with the sweetness of the mead. It's good.
Plus the tang of that balsamic. Thoughts, questions, concerns?
I'm trying to think.
It takes the sweetness down a little bit.
It does, and there was a little bit of lemon, I believe you put in the ricotta.
Yes.
Like, it kind of cuts that acidity out of it. Sorry. Dog was underneath, sorry.
Aw, hi puppy.
But yeah, no, like it seems to take the sweetness down, the acid kind of from the lemon juice that's in the ricotta cheese is gone.
Well, plus there's a little bit of freshness from the parsley.
It is, and it kind of evens it out a little bit. Just kind of mellows it out a little bit.
It's nice though. It's funny how practically I don't think there was a single dessert recipe for the Dande, which is surprising because it does have a very innate sweetness to it. Like not overpowering, just enough.
I wonder if in something neutral, kind of like a cheesecake, maybe.
I'm not too sure. Like maybe like a lemon cheesecake that would really accompany it well.
Maybe. I'm saying like baking it, like bring out like the sweetness and like the floral notes of it.
Yeah. It may have to be something we experiment with. Cheesecake is quite finicky, so.
I've never baked one.
It's finicky.
But then there are roasted potatoes as well. Again,
let's give these a try now that they're not nuclear.
I do love me a good potato. And it's like when you reduce that second meat on it, it gave it like this nice crispy glaze to it.
And I find that one brought out the sweetness.
Yeah. Again, like there was a lot of like the reduction on the glaze, and I think this kind of brings it out a little more.
Maybe it's because like the garlic and the salt. I think more so the salt. Salt seems to usually bring out sweet, whereas you have something that has a bit of sweetness to it, it kind of takes it down. It's very strange.
It is. It's kind of accenting, like bringing out a whole lot of different flavors, like the earthy of the potato, the glaze, bit of the garlicky salt there. That was good. It just kind of lifts everything up. I like that. Sorry, I'm just hungry. I'm just loving these potatoes.
Well, I am glad because you're probably going to be eating most of them.
I will never say no to a good potato.
No, they are good potatoes. I just need to limit the amount I eat.
No, but
they're dangerous.
They are. But Spirit Hills, I think they did really good with this, especially for something that was just kind of an out of the blue experiment for something that just grows wild on many of our properties. Most people think of dandelions as a nuisance, but rarely do you ever hear people like happy that they have them or use them in something, because it is an edible flower, even though people consider it a pest in marijuana.
Well, not only that, but particularly with the problems that we are having with the bee population, dandelions are great for bees.
yeah, basically any more flowers or anything that bees can pollinate and just to benefit them is great. I mean, we need bees. Going to be not just for meat, but obviously for agricultural reasons.
Yeah, life. It's a thing.
It is a thing.
Ecosystems and all.
But no, like definite kudos to Spirit Hills for doing this. Yeah, I think they definitely hit a home run with this one, especially for like their experimentation. No, I thoroughly enjoy it. I was a little wary on it, honestly, just in the beginning. I was like, dandelion, thinking bitter. No,
I think this would be good as a slushy.
Oh, absolutely.
If there's a way to do that.
another experiment to try one day. But no,
for science.
For science. No, but definitely, no, kudos to this one. I do enjoy it. It did well as a base in cooking as well.
Yeah,
both these
really
dishes are really good. I do definitely look forward to going through the cookbook some more and seeing what else other recipes are trying to as well and pairing. But maybe we'll cut off the video for here today. Thank you, Courtney, very much for cooking up these amazing dishes.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you for Spirit Hills for providing the cookbook and these recipes as well. And again, if you want to find one, we'll leave link to Spirit Hills website and to their book down below so you can check it out as well. And as always, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.